I love all these armchair.
I don't know too much about the military, but Scotty.
No, I just said all of these armchair warriors are just fucking amazing.
Well, they can keep their seats because I don't think Israel wants any diplomacy. I don't even know why we're waiting for 2 weeks, because I just pulled up something from 4 hours ago from Israel's ambassador. That's why I said something's not right here. I feel like I'm being played. I don't know what it is, but my spirit is saying something is not right with this whole situation. Okay, so now Trump told us it's just too much. Can somebody do a timeline? Because this is way too much. And I think I'm putting too much thought into it. And that's what's really fucking me up. So now Trump don't even believe his own intelligence.
Wait, Lisa, sorry. So I was out of the net for the last couple of days. What did he say, Trump said about intelligence?
He told, okay, he then backed off. Okay, let me go get it. Let me play it. That's the point. I haven't played the damn clip. Let me play the clip. Hi, Pastor. We need prayer. Then you can definitely hear what we're talking about. But I'm putting too much thought into it. I'm trying to be too smart and rational about it. There's something else that's happening here that we need to probably try.
What it is, Lisa, is that Tulsi Gabbard is just fucking wrong. She's one woman.
To
be wrong.
Okay, you don't know shit.
Yeah, bullshit.
You don't know shit, bro. There's a whole intelligence department. There's I don't know, hundreds, thousands of people that work on this shit. So for Trump to just dismiss it like he did in his first term, because he has a feeling or a vibe, he's a fucking moron. And the MAGA
Scotty, international nuclear scientists, inspectors verify these guys were trying to hide them. Why would they put?
This is the fastest proven.
Why would they have their nuclear program a half a mile underground? Why would they be hiding from the UN inspectors?
Why
UN inspectors confirm that they are hiding something.
Why would Trump lie? Weigh those.
I think that she's wrong.
Why would she lie?
That's what it is.
Hi, RJ.
I just said she's wrong.
Stage, RJ.
How is she wrong?
She's just wrong.
I'm about to go.
How is she wrong? She has the means to
say that Iran is not pursuing a nuclear bomb. Bro, be honest.
Who has the capability to do that?
Bro, be honest here, okay? Don't, hold on. Let me ask you this, okay? I mean, let's be honest. North Korea, when they got the nuclear bomb, they guaranteed their survival. Wouldn't it make sense for Iran to do the same thing? Look at Libya. Gaddafi gave up his nuclear bombs, and look what happened to him. Okay? Wouldn't it make sense for Iran to do this to preserve their nation? Why the fuck are we going to lie here, bro? Are you going to admit that you're fucking wrong?
Look, intelligence has a better chance of knowing it than one Trump a mouth and ear.
Don't make any points here. They're valid.
No, that's a good example of the Trump derangement syndrome, right?
Lisa, were you getting ready to play something?
Hey, what's up, First Lady?
Hey, Lisa, were you getting ready to play something? Yeah, y'all. Somebody said
with some fucking rare disease.
Okay, here I go, because I think maybe I should go get something, because all y'all definitely are on something, and you leaving me out of the party. Okay, hold on.
Please.
What's that?
What happened?
Are you leaving the stage?
Yes.
No. I mean.
Okay, here I go.
Rwanda, all about Rwanda, and the Congo will be joined a peace settlement, probably coming in on Monday or Tuesday. We're going to be signing it up, and we've stopped the very vicious war. So that was an honor for me to be involved. I want to thank J.D. Vance for a great job, and also our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, has done a fantastic job. So Rwanda, long-term war with the Congo, a very bloody war. They're all bloody, but this was a really bloody one.
Okay. Now, this man just said that he stopped the war in the Congo. And it's a very bloody war. It's a more bloody. Wait, did he really? I have to go verify this because this is crazy. That's part one.
Well, I know they signed the
Going to be making peace with Congo, and they can get on to making trade deals with the United States and other places and have a much more normal form of life. We're very honored by that. As you know, we did a very great job with India and Pakistan. Whether it's billionaires control. And we had India in. It looks like we're going to be making a trade deal with India. And we had Pakistan in. It looks like we're going to be making a trade deal with Pakistan. And it's a beautiful thing to watch. The Serbia, Kosovo, likewise, they've been fighting for years. And as you know, we brought that one to a conclusion. And now we have a couple of big ones. We have Russia, Ukraine, which is making a little bit of progress. And we have Israel, and nobody really knows what that one is all about. We're going to find out pretty soon, I guess.
The Iranian foreign minister this afternoon said if the U.S. is serious about negotiations, that you would call up Israel and request that they stop their airstrikes. Will you make that request?
Well, I think it's very hard to make that request right now. If somebody's winning, it's a little bit harder to do than if somebody's losing. But we're ready, willing, and able, and we've been speaking to Iran, and we'll see what happens. Mr. President, what was the thought process behind the 2 week timetable? Just a time to see whether or not people come to their senses. Europeans help at all in talking with Iran? No, they didn't help. No. Iran doesn't want to speak to Europe. They want to speak to us. Europe is not going to be able to help in this.
20 years ago, you were skeptical of a Republican administration.
He said that Iran doesn't want to talk to Europe because Europe can't help him with this one. We're the only one who can help him.
Lisa, was this a press conference that
This is him
Trump was
getting off
talking
the
about?
plane. This is getting off the plane in New Jersey. And this is the one that Trent said that he sounded really presidential. So he's getting multiple.
Independent, right? Independent, coherent, sane.
And succinct. Y'all just listen. Yeah, I don't have the transcript. I wish somebody could find the transcript so you can hear how crazy this shit sounds. Okay, so hold on. I'm trying to get to the point where he tells everybody that he doesn't believe what Tulsi Gabbard said. I hope it's on this one. Go ahead. Let him go.
Attack the Middle East country on the idea of questionable intelligence of weapons of mass destruction. How is this moment different with Iran?
Well, there were no weapons of mass destruction. I never thought there were. And that was somewhat pre-nuclear. You know, there was a nuclear age, but nothing like it is today. And it looked like I'm right about the material that they've gathered already. It's a tremendous amount of material. And I think within a matter of weeks, or certainly within a matter of months, they're going to be able to have a nuclear weapon. We can't let that happen. I was very much opposed to Iraq. I said it loud and clear, but I was a civilian, but I guess I got a lot of publicity. But I was very much opposed to the Iraq war. And I actually did say, don't go in, don't go in, don't go in. But I said, if you're going to go in, keep the oil. But they didn't do that.
What intelligence do you have that Iran is building a nuclear weapon? Your intelligence community has said they have no evidence that they are at this point.
Well, then my intelligence community is wrong.
Okay, so y'all just heard what he said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Yeah, it was a lie. I posted the fact check in the chat about the Iraq war. He's such a fucking liar, right in our face.
Where he's going to deny Tulsi Gabbard.
He said that in front of the world, Haitian. I mean, it's like, I don't know. Does he only think he's talking to the people in New Jersey because he got off the plane there?
Yeah.
He just told the whole world that our intelligence is wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Last sentence, Lisa.
Okay, hold on.
You see, Trump doesn't
I'm
use
just
the
trying to
internet.
you guys take a
Trump
breather.
doesn't realize the internet
Did a
exists.
Google, and he was on Howard Stern when the war was originally starting off, and he said he agreed with it. It wasn't until after the invasion when shit started, people started to feel like it was a waste, that he said we need to get out of Iraq and keep.
That's what I'm saying, you guys. You know, this, and then I was at work, and I had Trent literally coming in Patty's room and politically correct. I wish that shit was on replay because I would play it, talking about the best speech, how it was so succinct and presidential. I lost it. I was talking in front of a fucking patient. I was like, what the? So I just want to, okay.
So I wasn't joking when I said he was drunk since last night.
Well, it has to be that. Did he hear this?
He's been talking crazy since last night.
He's been drunk since last month.
Okay. Well, y'all should have been putting up emojis to let me know what the hell was going on, because I was like, what the?
And
what is he talking about?
As far as Rwanda, there's only one thing that's true about it. Yeah, they did sign a peace treaty, but from my understanding, it's alleged that they made a deal with the president over there to as usual, go mine the resources. So that's what he's referring to, from my understanding.
Yeah, but Biden also did the Declaration of Principles, and that's why Congo and Rwanda had to have the conversation. What happened was he became president, and he's the one that had the agreement signed. Now, if he leveraged natural resources and minerals, guess what? Shout out to him for that, because then we got it. But Biden is the one that started the Declaration of Principles, and you guys need to look it up. It was signed during the Biden. It was back in April of 2025.
Yeah, so he basically have nothing to do with it.
No, he did, because he's the one that got the agreement signed. So you got the principles.
No, meaning Trump.
No, Trump did. So
okay.
So Biden, when he did the Declaration of Principles, that was supposed to be like the diplomatic framework of what was supposed to happen, right? Between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda. So then after that, that was like, they were saying, we're going to respect each other's country. We're no longer going to support these rebel groups. Now they're not doing these little cross-border fights. And that's all Biden. Well, not Biden. It was actually Blinken. And then after Blinken, here comes the Trump administration. Like, this is what's going on. This is a binding peace deal. Let's go ahead and stabilize the situation. So then you have the final treaty draft that was signed in June of this month. And that draft was signed under the Trump administration. Now, whatever additional things he got out of it, he got out of it. And that's why I said we invest in these countries, we do certain things, and we get our fucking raw minerals. So there you go.
Patty, we just want to take a moment just to say we appreciate you. First Lady, Lisa, Mel, everybody on the stage. If I didn't say your name like Destiny's Child, we love and appreciate everyone's input and intellect. It would be a boring ass world if everyone thought and said the same things, wouldn't it? If we all just had the same thought process. Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't that about a glitch in the Matrix? Ain't that about a bitch? So we love you. And we thank you for giving us strength, for giving us courage. If you're hiding down in the goo, you better raise your hand one of these days. Because we're going to make you raise your hand one of these days. You're going to be like, wait a minute, I can talk. I have critical thinking. I can think for myself. I got something to say. Bam, you done woke up immediately. It's an immediate woke. You don't got to wait centuries and shit, generational curses and shit broken. Oh, I'm sorry.
Urshas and deacons and deaconesses.
All right,
whatever
brother.
you're passing out at the door.
Excuse me, Lord.
Can you make sure the people on the podium are getting the same? Because I don't know what the hell is going on today. Urshers, deacons, and deaconesses.
She called security on me, y'all.
What the hell? Please stand by the doors.
So beware. I just had mine, so I'm ready to go too.
Oh my gosh.
I just had mine as a great.
Shit, I thought I was the only one. Shaba, happy Friday. Shema.
You know, put the drinks down. Let me finish this out. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Intelligence community said that.
Your Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard.
She's wrong. Mr. President, is in any way helping Iran at this moment?
Introducing Wegovy.
Okay, with Dobie. So you think she'll resign by next week, or
Hearing reports of serious planes landing in Iran from China. I don't know. They say that they're there to take people out.
Can't hear you.
I can't tell you about that. I get along very well with China. Get along very well with President Xi. I like him. He likes me. We have a very good relationship. We'll see what happens. I can't imagine them getting it done.
Is the decision that you need to make on Iran, whether to strike militarily, is this the biggest decision you will have to make as president?
Well, I can't tell you that. I have to see what happens. I can't, really say that. It depends what the decision is. But I wouldn't really be able to tell you that now. I'll tell you in about a year from now. Maybe 5 years or 10 years from now. We never know about decisions. You never really know.
Former president. Ceasefire, why the negotiations happen?
I might, depending on the circumstances.
Would you, former Congressman,
It's very hard to stop. I will say this. It's very hard to stop. When you look at it, Israel's doing well in terms of war. And I think you would have to say that Iran is doing less well. It's a little bit hard to get somebody to stop.
Former Congressman Matt Gaetz threw out an interesting idea suggesting that if you were to broker a deal where nuclear inspectors go into both Israel.
Okay, so I looked up anybody know about the mystery flights from China?
No, I'm just hearing about it. What happened?
Okay, so there are, several, and I have to look that up because when he talks, I have to Google everything. Several Boeing 747s have been spotted on radar leaving China for Iran over the last week, sparking concerns that the CCP is helping the Middle Eastern nation transport cargo or people out of the country. You guys know?
Nah, I wouldn't be surprised, though. I know Putin and China have publicly stated that they are willing to intervene in this conflict for a solution, that is. But, how that can go. And I mentioned this before, Lisa. I said people got to realize what escalation looks like and which countries would back Iran. Don't think Iran is by itself. Don't make that mistake. They have people that will back them. Countries that will. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised about the flight activity at all.
China has a vested interest in Iran because that's where they get most of their oil from.
I was just reading that, Levon, where Robert was talking. Yeah, they get the largest volume from Iran.
Yep.
So, and it says right here that China is willing to accept the risk associated with the current circumstances.
So you know what they use 747 for, right? They use
No.
it for logistic networks. So that's how we get supplies over. It could be your weapons, it could be your drones, it can be anything strategic. So I don't know.
Yeah, this is getting interesting right here. Okay, so I looked it up, and he said he didn't know, but other people do know. There's your president. He said, I don't know. Okay.
You're right. Former Congressman Matt Gaetz threw out an interesting idea suggesting that if you were to broker a deal where nuclear inspectors go into both Israel and Iran, that you could win a Nobel Peace Prize, and they might even rename it the Trump Peace Prize. Did you hear those? What do you think of that?
Well, they should give me the Nobel Prize for Rwanda, and if you look to Congo, or you could say Serbia and Kosovo, you could say a lot of them. You could say, the big one is India and Pakistan. I should have gotten it 4 or 5 times. I should get it for the, I would think the Abraham Accords would be a good one too. But they won't give me a Nobel Peace Prize because they only give it to liberals.
Would you support Iran being able to have would you support Iran being able to have civilian nuclear energy capabilities up to 3.76%?
They're sitting on the top of one of the largest piles of oil in the world. I just don't know why they need that for civilian work. it's one thing for certain countries to say, hey, I want to have a certain amount where I can go nuclear a little bit because we need it for electricity, we need it for air conditioners, etc. But when you're sitting on one of the largest oil piles anywhere in the world, it's a little bit hard to see why you did that.
Okay. Does anybody want to comment on this part? Because this sounds ridiculous. He said that they should be burning their oil, dirty burning oil, instead of trying to use clean nuclear power. Anybody want to jump in?
I mean, what do you say? This guy, like, how do we? It's just getting exhausting. Like,
it is, Robert. I'm exhausted.
It's just exhausting. The things that come out of his mouth, and the fact that reporters, right, journalists who are studied and well versed and whatnot.
Can I say how unfair it is, Robert? You've been unfair to Donald Trump since the beginning of his fucking term, bro.
Yo, you don't hear him fucking speaking?
Doctor, relax, sir. As I was saying, it's just annoying to hear a man speak with such incompetency so consistently. Like, damn it! At any time, can you just give an answer that displays some level of like cognitive ability? Everything is smug. Everything's fucking smug. Everything's vibe. Everything's just every day. Like, what the fuck? That shit just makes things worse. And doctor, man, why you feel you always defend this man? Like, you like on autopilot.
Bro, you have never given this man a chance, bro. You have TDS. That's your problem. You never give this guy a chance, so you're not fair and partial. Okay, you're trying to act like you are. You even tried to tell us in past rooms that you were in the middle, bro.
Yo.
Bitch, shut your fucking mouth. Bitch, shut your fucking mouth.
That's not a fucking magazine.
I'm a white guy. Motherfucker. Piss off. Don't go ahead and call me a coon. I don't give a fuck. What is a coon? That's a black guy who
so
fucking stupid.
Your Honor, objection. What's going on?
Haitian. Hold on, Haitian. Damn, I was gonna handle that, Haitian. Damn,
I'll bring it back up for you.
But thank you.
I'll bring that dirty, filthy, trash back up here.
Thank you for coming to my.
Where did the Charlie trash go? He left.
Thank you for coming to my aid. Believe me, the pack up was gonna be real. But trust me, I had something for him because, like, at what point I give him a chance? What the fuck? He had a chance. It's almost 7 months, and look at our fucking world, man. 7 months. How much chance do we need to get this guy? What the fuck? 7 months, and look at the world around us. It's changed so dramatically, man, for the negative. I'm about to post something in the chat. Give me a minute. I think I posted it earlier about the $37 billion minority program that he is undermining and cutting. Man, my program just got fucking cut, man. We change our lives in real time, and this jackass with his policies, man, we lost fundings, man. We can't go and do what we got to do with these young folks, man. That shit has directly affected what I'm doing. Ain't nobody bothering nobody. We're not doing anything wrong. We having positive impact. And here comes this jackass. And the same jackass would rather lock these kids up because, they're not going to have
property.
They want, man. Like, so it has already affected me. So what the fuck am I supposed to be patient about? Idiot. But I appreciate you, Haitian. Thank you.
No doubt, B. And that trailer trash is back up here, so watch your fucking
bitch, why don't you fuck off, Haitian? Go ahead and move me. I don't give a fuck, bro. That's the only power you'll ever have, pussy.
Let me know where you're located. I'll fuck off in your wife's mouth.
Come on up here, bro. I'm up in Montana, motherfucker. I will say Haitian. I'll give you my address. I hope you come up.
Hey, why? Shut your bitch ass up, bro.
Oh my fucking ages, you got okay.
Yo, they're going at it right now. I ain't getting in the middle of that.
Wild Haitian.
But no,
I like that too.
Here's the thing. Wait a minute. Because here's the problem. He's literally letting us know that we should be bowing down to him. Right?
Exactly.
That's the problem I have. You're coming into someone else's house, right? And expecting us to show you respect when showing respect. It's bad behavior, period. So there's something really fundamentally wrong with this picture right now. So I don't know where you are Wise, Mr. Wise, whatever the hell your name is. But, let's work on this racism that you have going on. Because maybe you don't see it. Maybe you need someone to point it out. And I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to help you through it. If you want the help, sir, I'm reaching my hand out. Allow that racism to go. Okay? Thank you.
And the pompousness, the entitlement is crazy.
So, because I question you idiots, I'm racist? Is that how low fucking intelligent you are?
Wait a minute. No interruption.
Yeah, that's racism. That's racism. You're fucking stupid.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you're so fucking stupid.
Can you guys keep lady speaking? Seriously.
Excuse me,
Dr.
Mr.
Wise,
Wise.
why are you cursing at
Wait,
people?
Robert.
Yo, bitch, shut up, motherfucker.
Listen, when you guys hear a female voice, shut up. Go ahead, baby.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Mr. Doctor, can we just speak with one another on a level of some type of respect? Is that possible?
Sure, yeah, of course. Honestly, I wasn't trying. I'm tired of Robert lying, bro.
Okay, but listen to me, right? We can have that argument after, but we have to establish some type of rules, because then we start arguing in emotions and nobody's really getting their thoughts across. So you have a specific reason why you think Robert is not telling you the truth, right? But when we go to saying, I'm a white man.
Fucking time.
Wait, see, why would you do that? Stop. Like, that's inappropriate. I'm trying to actually have a conversation. So, doctor, when you said some of those things, that was kind of alarming. And it does come off as if you are being racist because of the fact, and I'm just being honest with you, because you're coming in and you're saying you're a white man. You brought color into it. Why did you have to say that you're a white man? What was it?
Because a guy called me a fucking coon, lady.
Oh, okay. All right. See, I didn't.
That's why I said I'm fucking white. And, I think it's pretty horrible that your community calls each other coon if you don't be a monolith and think just a white. Bro, I'm not talking to you. I am not talking to you. I am talking to her, bro.
Don't worry about the black community, you fucking
Hey, pussy, I'm not fucking talking to you.
I'm talking overdosing on fentanyl, you motherfucker. Worry about your white trash.
Yeah, it's not even midnight after hours, Lisa.
Yeah, hey, doctor, I really don't care about what you think. I just want you to know that you can't get me upset because, see, you have to live with you. You have to be stuck in that mind of yours, and that is a sorrowful place to be. So I feel sorry for you, actually. I really do. It must be awful to run around and support and blindly support people. You are part of a cult, and you just don't even realize it. You've been hypnotized, bro. So I get it. I understand the frustration. I get it. Yeah, I totally get it. So don't worry about it. It's all good. I don't hate you, man. Don't worry. You can't lure me into your space, man. I don't know how to do that. So you can stay right there, bro. I ain't got nothing to prove to you. I don't give a fuck what you think. You don't even matter to me. You have zero to do with my life. You have no impact.
Okay.
Nothing you do means anything to me.
You were doing good.
Sorry.
I thought that was really good.
Okay.
You expressed yourself very well.
You know what comfort
We're about to get to the good part.
Hey, hold on. Lisa, do you know who Comfort is?
Yeah, this is a student. Go ahead, you guys. You good. I don't want nobody messing with her. That's why I'm monitoring.
Okay. So pretty much what he's saying is he doesn't need you to believe him, but I'm not sure exactly what part that you did not agree with him on. He's saying that he's losing funding in regards to work that he was doing with the community. So I don't know how we can actually argue that he's not telling the truth. So are you saying that that's not true for him, or is there something else that he said that you thought was untrue? Wise, are you there? Is he gone?
I think he left.
Oh, okay. All right, cool beans. Y'all don't want to have a conversation.
No, they don't. And you know what's happened? Let me ask you guys a question. I have a friend who's...
I'd like to have a conversation, but would you tell Haitian to stop moving me like a fucking pussy?
No, you fucking asshole. I didn't fucking move you.
With the vulgarity?
Bullshit, you didn't, bitch.
I didn't fucking move you.
If he would have moved
Bullshit, you didn't.
If he would have moved you, he would have said it.
He
moved me the first time, didn't he?
DR.
No, motherfucker.
I'm calling him DR. Yo.
Bullshit.
I want you back up before you dumb fuck.
I doubt it, motherfucker.
Can you guys hear me, though? I'm serious right now. I'm not calling him, when I say DR, I'm not calling him doctor. That's not what I'm doing right now, because you guys know how I feel about doctors who are not doctors. DR, listen, we're trying to have a conversation without all the cussing, with all the name calling and whatever. You know what I mean? So if we can do that, we will allow you to be on the stage. But it's back with the name calling, it's just not, it just shuts the conversation down if you haven't noticed. So if we can just get through the Trump thing here and try to, your opinion on this is something that probably we've never even heard before. So we're just trying to get through this clip of Trump. And if you guys don't mind, can I play the rest of it? Or anybody got anything to add or subtract before I try to play the rest of the clip?
From me, no. Go ahead and play.
Okay. Anybody else? All right, let's finish this out.
Police terror attacks against American targets abroad if you order military action.
We're always concerned about that, and we have to take them out and be very strong. You're even in danger talking to me right now. Do you know that? You are in danger talking to me right now. So I should probably get out of here. But you guys are actually in danger. Can you believe it? One more.
Okay, can somebody tell me what he means that they're in danger for him for talking about?
Because because they've stated they want to assassinate him. They've possibly tried twice. I mean, it's kind of hard to come up with a conclusion there. I mean, he's the leader of the free world, and he's got a fucking target on his head. He's been almost killed twice.
They shot at him.
I think he's threatened.
I know, but if you're by the president, that means no. I think if you're by the president, that's what he means. Like, you being close to me, talking to me. I mean, if someone was to come and attack me, you might be a casualty. Why are we trying to trivialize this shit?
No, Doctor, DR. That's why we have you in here to be the Trump whisperer. You, Matt, Infinity, all because we're
Matt's a simp. Matt is a simp, bro.
We're kind of slow, and we don't sometimes get it. You know how these Dems, when we're on this Democratic plantation.
No, it's the TDS. It's the TDS that makes you have the inability to think clearly.
And what is that?
No problem thinking.
Trump derangement syndrome. You never heard of that?
But
it's something Robert has. Robert's heavily affected by it, as you can tell. He's literally trying. What's funny about Roger? Roger has literally told people, I've been in rooms where, I'm in the middle. I don't really hate that, man. Motherfucker, you're so full of shit.
I don't even. You know the funny thing about it? I don't even know this shit. Right, I never even noticed you. I don't even require having a conversation with you. But hey, if you're interested in what I say, that's cool. I appreciate it.
We need these translators. Y'all just don't understand. We need these translators.
I don't even know you. So,
all right. Okay, let's move on.
I've been clipped a few times, Roger. Robert. So.
That's fine, bro. That's fine, man. Look, bro. Like I said, man, I don't engage in small-mindedness, man.
All right, DR, we get ready to move on. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure we were all clear. Okay, go ahead.
So I have a question.
That NATO countries spend 5% of their GDP on defense spending. I think they should do that. I don't think we should, but I think they should. We've been supporting NATO so long. In many cases, I believe paying almost 100% the cost. So I don't think we should, but I think that the NATO countries should, absolutely. Like Spain decides not to? Well, NATO's going to have to deal with Spain. Spain's been a very low payer. They were always a very low payer. They were either good negotiators or they weren't doing the right thing. I mean, I think Spain has to pay what everybody else has to pay. Spain has been notorious for low pay. You know who else was the low payer, just about the lowest? A place called Canada. Because Canada said, why should we, the United States, will protect us free?
and what's been right about that. For Ukraine, you've been making progress towards a peace deal. I don't know if you know this, but Lindsey Graham and Mike Pompeo were there on the ground in Ukraine, seemingly doing the opposite, trying to provoke the Ukrainians to keep fighting. What do you think of that?
Well, we're going to see, and people have to be very careful with what they say. They're going to be very careful with their mouth, because their mouth can get them into a lot of trouble.
One more.
Okay, so Lindsey Graham in Ukraine. Can somebody explain to me why Lindsey Graham is over in Ukraine?
Because he is a military-industrial complex shill. You know, he's a lesbian of the Republican Party. Lindsey Graham is a warmonger. Lindsey Graham is definitely a homosexual, which is okay, but he's a lesbian of the Republican Party. He's one of those guys who, you know, he talks small-town values and stuff, but he's probably banging dudes in the background, interns. But here's the thing. He is a warmonger, and he gets paid to lobby. Lots of our politicians do. It's called the military-industrial complex. They lobby to get military corporations involved in different countries: Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, Ukraine. And so he's just one of those. He's one of those types, man. He wants us to keep on spending money and weapons in Ukraine because he's getting paid for it, and he believes that Russia is the big bad wolf. So that's why.
Yeah, he's over there because he's trying to promote tensions on Russia. That's why. You know, he's getting kickbacks, bro. He's getting kickbacks. Promise.
It's getting kickbacks. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Lindsey Graham, lots of them are.
How do you? Hold on a second. How do you know he's getting kickbacks?
Yeah, how much?
Why else would he be lobbying to get us involved over there, bro? I mean, it's because.
Hold on.
Guys, be fair. He probably knows the same way he knows Lindsey Graham is banging dudes, because he's probably getting banged by Lindsey Graham.
See, I was just waiting for Haitian. I was waiting.
Passive aggressive little hoe. Haitian's such a passive aggressive little bitch, bro.
DR, what do you think about the airplane? What is that? What is an airplane? What is a $400 billion airplane or $400 million airplane? What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
It's disastrous, and he signed it.
Yeah, where's DR at? DR, what do you think about the airplane that Mr. Trump accepted?
Oh, he ain't jumping off mic to answer that.
Yeah, what do you think about that? What do you think about that, sir?
You're calling me DR? Sorry, there's so many doctors on here, you know.
Okay. Obviously, you're not a doctor, but
that's why I put my name on there as doctor, because it's a protest to the many fake doctors on here.
Okay, so then I'm calling you. Okay, so I'll call you Wise. So Wise, what are your thoughts about Mr. Trump accepting a $400 million aircraft?
What's the problem?
Okay, so then what's the problem with Lindsey?
So that's a gift. That's a gift, man. That we didn't take any taxpayer money. We just accepted that.
We're gonna use taxpayer money because they estimate that it. Hold on, y'all. They estimate that it's gonna cost taxpayers $500 million to retrofit it so that he can ride it, because he wants to use that as his Air Force One.
More than $500 million, Abraham.
Oh, God.
They have to do things like replace ball bearings because the specs for Air Force One are really specific, and you have to have certain parts made by American playmakers. Dr. Wise, here's the more critical question. How do you know any of this percent? Is there like a document?
So is it not a problem? So do we not have a military industrial complex?
That's not what I asked you. I asked you how you.
Hold on, let me get to it. Hold on, let me get to it. Why don't you shut your bitch ass up for a second and let me finish talking? Why don't you let me finish talking? Why don't you let me finish talking before you just start over talking?
Stop grading what you grading and answer the question. That shit is low. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm sure.
And be nice. Stop.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, come on, Mr. Wise. Come on, seriously. You remember you said you want to have a conversation. You're using a lot of profanity and calling people names. And
someone saying that I'm cutting out meth, you don't think that's a problem? You're just going to let that
he
pass?
just said that to another response, sir. I heard
said
that.
you was green your feet
The first one I understand.
I'm saying, don't blow that trailer up, bro. Come on.
All right, let's go.
So are you not gonna? Because I'm gonna start calling names and be disrespectful. We're gonna allow this dumb fucking monkey to start talking like that.
Whoa.
What the fuck? Yeah, you like that, dude?
A good Friday night.
You like that, motherfucker?
Monkey.
Yeah, you're gonna call me names, bro. You're saying I'm gonna cut up. But if you're saying that I'm cutting up fucking lines and saying that I'm delivering a trailer, bitch. You're being racist, motherfucker. Quit being a hypocrite, you fucking monkey. You're fucking right, bitch. See you later, bitch.
Okay. Y'all can really fuck up a night, man. I mean, seriously. Now, you know good and well we're not going to sit on this stage and call nobody no monkey. Now, you know, you seriously, okay? At all. Now, I don't mind having you maggots in the room, but when you just, forget where you are or forget who you talking to.
For that, by the way.
I knew that was coming. I was waiting too. I was hoping it wasn't going to happen.
I knew that was coming.
I knew when you came in, it wasn't going to happen. I said, let me cancel Netflix because this shit ain't here tonight.
We had all the signs. I knew that.
Yeah, y'all falling into the trap. Y'all falling right into the trap, though.
Typical.
You gotta understand, like that guy right there, and what's his name? The other guy, that's white guy that's on that toxinazole.
Who the hell is that?
Pepe.
Oh, Pepe.
He works at Pepe.
So they're on X, right? They come on here, but they're also on X, and on X. On X is no holds barred. So there be rooms on X with 5,000 people in it, and it's all white supremacists for the most part. And it's white supremacists holding the room, and like Pepe will be a speaker, and that guy will be a speaker.
Lying.
No, and Pepe will be like, please forgive me, y'all. Trigger warning. I'm gonna say the words. Pepe be like, "You fucking niggers, you monkeys, you animals, you're not human." I mean, like Pepe's true nature comes out.
Y'all ain't gotta worry about Pepe.
Yeah, Lisa, I heard black guys call each other monkeys with Pepe right there.
Life. You understand me? I mean, are you serious right now?
Pepe be on your ex talking about, "You're not human. You monkeys are not human. You blacks are not human."
He does it on Clubhouse. Those are all of Monica's spawns. The old
he goes crazy on Clubhouse.
Hello, can Brooklyn be heard? Can Brooklyn be heard? I don't believe
Kings talking Brooklyn.
I'm just offended. Where's the king at? Oh, I don't know nothing about that. Anyway.
JD.
I don't believe. First of all, I'm reporting live from Brooklyn. I'm in East New York right now, and I just wanted to say that I don't believe that the day after Juneteenth, y'all let that cracker get on here and
I don't even know crackers are in Clubhouse until I get to know the crackers on Clubhouse.
Wait, somebody said don't call him that?
You
just called us monkeys.
Who said to me not to call him that? Who said that to me? Hello? Not only is he a cracker, he a salty cracker.
That was LeVon. I believe that was LeVon.
What?
I don't think she left. LeVon, the way she done been acting.
She left. Check me about no shit that I say, okay? Because I'm going to say all of the things. And if I offend somebody, then it was meant for them. That's just how I feel. So listen, I don't know how y'all let that funky get on here and act the goddamn fool the day after motherfucking Juneteenth. Like, what? I couldn't get to the phone. But if I could have got to the phone, it would have been on.
Brooklyn, he's off the state anyway, so that's not work.
I know, but I just wanted to say that.
Nah, she right.
Now I'm in East New York.
Shout out to New Jersey Avenue. Shout out to Pennsylvania Avenue. Shout out to New York Avenue.
That's a link. Niggas doing a mixtape.
Okay, I'll be here all till Sunday, next Sunday. So
Sunday? I mean it.
The 29th. Yeah, I'll be here. I'm gonna be back in Brooklyn. I'm just doing something right now. And I'm outside smoking because, niggas don't let you smoke in their house. So I got to smoke outside like a Weirdo.
What, weed? You smoking weed?
Yes, hello. I am a pothead. Yes, hello.
Well,
and they won't let me smoke.
Too. I
in
can
the
smoke
house.
flower as well. I thought you was
Right.
cigarettes. Yeah.
No.
Good. You would have changed my thoughts to you.
I ain't that ghetto now. Come on.
But listen.
I thought she was smoking blacks.
That guy is.
You can suck a dick.
Y'all got rooftops over there, though.
Wilding out tonight. You guys are wilding out.
Hey, don't let Brooklyn out.
Be a lady, Brooklyn. So that guy.
I be smoking dick. That's a fact. Mm-hmm.
That guy is
With you guys, what time is it?
She said that.
That's a typical.
They've been acting up to 6:30. I don't know about you.
I don't know what is going on, no Mel.
I just been sitting back and sipping my tea. This tea's good.
It's the 2 days of no 420. That's what this is. 2 days without the 420. They wilding out. They wilding out. Wild every since 6 o'clock.
Hey, Lisa. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Thank you.
I'm about to call you on your phone. Answer the phone.
I know my
What y'all know what else? Y'all missed it today.
Just answer. Hey, just answer, Lisa. In case she calling you.
What happened, Brooklyn? You guys. Okay, hold on for a second. Let me start.
Take a call break.
You guys, this is wild.
What did we miss today, Brooklyn? You said we missed
Y'all missed today.
You better not be crazy.
I was just listening to shit, right? Because I couldn't really talk. I was driving and shit. Today, the gays held the people accountable. It was crazy. They was trying to drag Dr. Goddess. I was like, oh hell no.
Oh no.
Y'all not about to drag Dr. Goddess now. And calling her all kinds of names. And then Blue Fax was in the audience. They wanted him to get on the stage. They was going in. I was like, ooh. Let me mind my business. Because listen, I'm everybody phobic. So at times I might say things to piss everybody off. So listen, I just had to really mind my business today. But it was crazy. The gays was off. The gays was trying to get at everybody. And shout out to the gays because I love y'all.
Isn't it
Pride Month.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, stay out their way.
You know
they coming for you.
You know they got superpowers this month, so.
Yep, and y'all better be nice. I'm being nice.
I don't want to talk about that, but I don't know what you guys are talking about. Do you guys want to finish?
You wasn't even here, Lisa.
Hey, I know. I keep Brooklyn. I don't know what the hell is going on.
More smoking, less
Has been
talking.
upside fucking
More
down.
smoking, less talking.
I don't know what's going on. Okay, so everybody, welcome to the 420. I don't know what the hell is going on here. I don't know what they handing out at the door in the gift bags or whatever. But people in here is tripping. I was trying to give you guys some little meat with this DR guy, but you guys could not hold it together. You cannot hold it together. I know how to handle races. You guys don't. And I was just gonna drag him along a little bit
I know how to
further.
handle races.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You're the last one who knows how to handle a racist.
But
No,
I believe in the Nat Turner doctrine, so that's the difference.
Okay, so good. Nat Turner doctrine.
But he was to be fair, Lisa, he was a bitch.
And I don't know this guy. This is the first time I met Brooklyn. This is the first time I met this doctor.
That ain't nobody but Dr. Responsible.
That's not Dr. Responsible. That's not. Totally not him. It's not Dr. You guys know that's not Dr. Responsible. His voice sounds nothing like
whoever it is, it ain't PP, because PP would have stayed and got dragged. He would have just got dragged on the stage. We could have said all of the shit to him, and he'd have stayed here until he wouldn't have stayed no more. So I know that ain't PP. PP don't lead. He don't run.
P.T. Herman sound different.
He didn't run. After the monkey thing, I dropped him. But other than that, y'all didn't know how to handle him. So he got off and went into his real character and started calling people monkeys.
Oh, you should have said, have you ever seen the shaved monkey? It looked just like you. What are you talking about? Monkey.
Oh, they look like me? There's some cute monkeys.
A hairless monkey looked just like him. So,
white people, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, too much. Okay. So, What else is going on? Y'all want to finish this clip, or you want to talk about marijuana? Everybody, welcome to the 420. We were trying to listen to the
DM her, Robert.
And analyze it. Tried to have some people here or Trump whisperers, but they kind of like messed up our program here by falling into the trap of a white supremacist and a racist. And you just can't do that. If you want to be able to have a little humor, because that shit right there, him trying to speak for Trump, that shit is funny. Now we don't have a Trump translator. Okay? If you have a pink ticket, please turn it in. Every day is some stuff in
I can translate.
Robert, I haven't been to the dispensary yet, so I'm smoking what I brought with me.
Go to the chat. Go to the chat.
If y'all need a Trump translator, just let me know.
Robert, you ain't got to get smoked, man. You live in New York and you don't know where to get smoked.
I never said that. I just asked her what she was smoking, sir. I'm good. I'm good with my flower selection. I just want to know what she was puffing on. That's all. God, yeah, I was thinking she was gonna say white runts, but I couldn't tell. I was trying to listen to her, her cadence, and I could tell what she was smoking. And she kept smoking. I could tell you exactly what she was smoking. Shout out to white runts.
What in the 420 is going on?
I'm smoking birthday cake, and I bought it from Atlanta because I travel with my weed too. But what I was gonna say, but y'all can't refer me to a dispensary because I'm gonna run out and by tomorrow.
In California?
Hold on, let me talk to you. Listen.
New York.
So
in New York.
Listen, Brooklyn, I promise you, you should, if you come to Harlem, my man got a brownstone. The best of the best. He collects from all over the country, all natural. The shit is dope. It's good music, wooden floors, exposed brick. You could pull up. I guarantee you. I mean, this dude. All you got to do is tell him what you want.
Is it on 6th Ave? Because I know one on 6th Ave.
Lisa gonna get you.
Oh, you gonna get lost. You gotta just hit me. Hit me on IG.
Hold on, Robert. I know Harlem. I grew up half the time in Harlem. You know what I'm saying. I know.
Just hit me. I got you.
Trust Lisa on the phone.
Intro. Okay, I'll do the intro.
First lady, what you doing?
We don't got a theme music or nothing yet.
Word. We got to do that. Where the producers at? We need a freaking theme song.
The first lady on the phone. We can talk about anything right now until she get up.
I produced a theme song for the 420. They don't use it.
Nobody want to hear your old stupid looking song.
That's what we should do, though. We should have a contest.
Bullshit ass music. You can't even dance. You can't even dance. You gotta be able to dance to make a song for us.
I can two-step.
You can't do nothing.
I can two-step.
The song. Hold on. The songs.
You can't.
I'm the best two-stepper this side of the Mississippi. I promise.
It could be.
Not two-stepper.
Hold on, man. You messing up. It could be sophisticated lady, or it could be What's the sister sledge? What's that song? We are family. I got all my sisters with me. Let me think of some other songs.
Oh, Mac could definitely dance to that.
They follow me.
Now she needs somebody to produce and make her own song.
Absolutely. Follow me. Yeah.
It got to be a 420 song.
A Leroy Burgess.
No, we should do
We hear you, Brooklyn.
Y'all gotta make a song. You can't just get a song. You can't pick a song. You gotta get a song. Make a song for her.
That's true.
I got
some. In the meantime, where were you?
I'm sorry, I took a shot too, so
What you took a shot of?
I don't even know. I do different shit when I'm home.
It better not be no Hennessy.
It ain't.
Taco Jam. I think drinking crowd roll you. Yeah.
You wanna hear it?
6 a.m. in the morning.
Police at the door.
It could be some Lauryn Hill shit for the ladies. I gotta think.
Nobody want to be. This is the lit room. This ain't about that.
You want to hear this corny ass song real quick? You know I had to look for it.
I hit it, Patty.
Hold on.
Which one?
Wait.
DJ.
Dog, this shit's so corny.
Oh, song.
This was a long time ago, man. Hold on.
Matt really made the song.
Step into the room. Mods on deck, making space go boom. Messing with the devil, you're on the side. JD dropping gems, CEO on the ride. Politically correct, we keep it on track. Voices in the room, ain't nobody lack. From Mac Tay to Patty, they got the vibe intact. Dr. AG and Goddess always got our back. Nation with the passion, pastor bringing faith. Lisa taught some wisdom, every word is taste. Lady dropping knowledge like jewels in the ground. Desert April lifting heavy, never backing down. Send these sharp, serving real estate. Keep the room here, storm shade in the state. Dr. AG observing, dissecting all the waves. Together they united, no room for charades. Politically correct, we're intellect lines. Voices hold, many conversations redefined. From meat head goddess, we elevate the climb. Mods on the flow, rewrite paradigm.
Okay, that's enough. This shit's enough.
So,
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like it. I ain't gonna lie.
It gotta be mixed.
It was a bop a little bit. I was bopping my head now.
That shit.
The beat's hot, but it needs a human being. It's AI, right?
It's AI?
How did y'all get Latrim to do that song?
Hold on, that's Roxanne Shantae flow right there,
It
y'all.
was Roxanne Shantae.
I thought it was
But it was who started this shit was Matt. There you go.
And he did it on AI?
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah,
he's on the phone.
Matt still here?
In case you don't know,
He's on the phone.
That's like.
Yeah, so Matt did a song. It only had me, Dr. AG, and him. Then I was like, nah, nigga.
I got him on it. I ain't nobody about to what?
Get him, like, he a mod.
He was trying to put his name out there.
Oh my God.
That shit sound like Latrim for real. We like the cars.
The cars that go for. Yeah, that was that. That was bad 1985. That's all that was.
And Lisa, and we like the.
Yeah.
How old were you in 1985?
I was two. I was two. Okay.
My mom and daddy was still trying to have sex.
I was coming out the vagina.
It was really like 1.5.
Yep.
Well, I was born C-section, so I came out the stomach.
I was 23, so damn what? Okay,
Damn.
Wait a minute, Deborah. Did you go to freak me? Because I gotta know. Did you go to freak me? No, man.
I did. Brooklyn.
No, I did.
I did.
I did too. I went the last year.
How did
I
you
went.
get that old?
You're not that old, girl.
You're not old enough.
Let me tell you how it happened. Listening.
She lived a life.
Oh God.
Yeah,
He's up to R. Kelly.
I lived the life. So let me tell you. So in '96, I went in '96. So in '96,
What the fuck?
we came down for the Olympics, and then like I got in trouble my first semester of junior high school. And then the second half of my 8th grade year, they moved me to Georgia. So I had to finish junior high school in Georgia, and then I came back to New York and went to school. And then my last 6 months of high school, I did the same thing and went back to Georgia and finished high school. So yeah, that's what happened. And so my cousins was older than me, and they was outside, and I was doing everything they was doing because I was the tag along, and they went to freak me. So I was in the car. So I seen all the shit.
96 was lit.
96 was lit. That was like the last year. No, I think 98 was like the last year.
No,
remember
2000 was
Yeah,
the
2000.
They got Greek Fest in New York.
Yeah, Greek Fest.
Yeah, at Jones Beach. Yeah.
That shit turned.
tell you.
Yeah, I know. Robert, you know what's so crazy? My cousin, she from Wagner. She just asked me last night that I go to because they used to go to Jones Beach. I never went to Jones Beach.
Yo, I remember one summer I was out there. I had a big afro wig on, a ass super water gun, and I had a fucking one of those megaphones. And we saw this big girl on the beach, and I was like, "Hey, fat girl, are you ticklish?" That shit was so fucking funny. We used to go out there with champagne, like bottles of Moet and all that shit. And go out there and set up shop, man.
See, you would have been on the bullshit. They would have had you hung up somewhere. You couldn't then do that shit. You couldn't then do that shit in 2025. No. You're gonna be prosecuted.
Listen. That's what Humpty Hump was out. So that's what that was for. But now we
I was rolling with those cats.
Humpty Hump, let me tell you, man, don't even get me started.
I know Abel,
I know money. You are so aloof. Were you in the music industry, Aleph? Because I'm feeling like you might be somebody, and you don't want to go left.
I was in the industry, but I helped out Digital Underground with their electronic stuff. Yeah.
So you somebody that don't nobody know, but you was around everybody.
I'm a little body.
That shit is crazy.
I'm one of them somebodies too that was around everybody, but don't nobody know. Yeah, that's the best way to be. So I seen a lot.
I probably ran into your little young ass running around, little bad ass.
Freak off, no freak
Hell
off.
yeah, I was at the tunnel. I was doing all this shit in high school. I was outside. I was partying in New York City. This was a different time. Me and my
when New York was New York. She probably
that's when New York
was outside. She definitely
We was outside with our fake IDs.
People don't know that Digital Underground, that whole movement was about freak offs. That whole thing. That's what Flex Package was about.
It was on that next level.
Freak.
Yeah. Well, he probably would be on trial if he was still alive. But anyway.
Oh yeah, Shark Reed.
That shit. That shit was crazy. Oh my God, I got so many stories.
Who are you talking about? Who?
Digital Underground.
DU.
Shock G.
Shark G, Money B, Tupac.
Tupac came in at the end though. At the end of their life.
Yeah, he came in at the end. He came in with fire though.
Yeah, no doubt.
All around the world, the same song.
Yeah. It was crazy. It was cool though. That's when New York penetrated Berkeley. And Berkeley took over. Yeah.
Don't say that again. Crazy.
Front, back, in the left.
Don't disrespect us like that ever again. New York ain't never penetrated us. What the fuck?
Oh, no. People don't Telegraph. Dancing like New Yorkers, dressing like New Yorkers. Yeah, Telegraph was cosmopolitan because of New York.
No.
Well, you remember how
Telegraph like us. Don't do that. No, the Bay Area dressed like us.
Everything. Bear is one thing, but Berkeley is a whole nother territory. Yeah.
I'll be in Berkeley all the time.
Yeah, back in the day, though. Back in the 80s.
I am back in the day.
So that's what I'm telling you. If you know Berkeley, back in the day, Friday night, Saturday night in Berkeley was ridiculous.
You old heads.
And that's who we ran it too. We ran that place. You guys are all invited to the next freak off. I'm going to bring you back.
Yeah, who's going to be performing?
The Punisher, the Crusher.
Everybody getting locked up.
It's going to be a packed situation.
Speaking of Punisher, did you guys hear the interview with him and Cameron?
Yes. I thought that was the Crusher, though. The nice guy, right?
Oh, wait, what's his name? I'm sorry, not the Punisher, the other one.
The Crusher. He was the
Crusher. That one.
Zach, you trying to say something?
No, you can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, yeah, what up? No. Yeah, no, Brian, yeah, let me hear
Let me hear what you have to say, because I didn't hear it.
No, let me find it. Because first of all, I can't remember. Some of that shit is too wild for me to even say out loud. Let me find
There's a lot I could say about Cameron too, but
you have the mic. Go ahead. I want to hear.
I'm gonna tell you this much. Cameron used to mess with this transgender.
Shut the fuck up.
And I'm gonna leave it at that.
No, you're not. Come on, man. Don't do that.
Bro, you're not supposed to do that, bro.
Back in the days,
Back in the days,
I ain't gonna front though. That transgender, that was a transgender that could have passed for like a real female.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
Was it the one that was in this video? Because they say he had one in his video that like was making the rounds.
I don't know about it. It's the one in the video.
Wait, where you guys?
If it was a light skin,
The same one
looking like
That's talking about a transgender.
The same one in the video.
Okay, because I went to.
She light skin and look like a Dominican.
That's the same one.
Wow.
He's in the Biggie Smalls video.
What were you about to say, Lisa?
Talking about
The trans that was running around before dudes really know what trans were. This light skin
okay,
cat.
so you guys are affecting my stage, though.
Oh well, no, Lisa, no, not in a negative way.
No, you did. On stage.
Oh, no, Lisa.
My bad, Lisa. Go get back to the monkey.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, for real.
Anything derogatory, though. I'm not trying to.
I better get back to the topic.
Lisa, why would you think that everybody affecting you? You're not really allowed.
I don't know what happened. Why did we start talking about trans people?
Well,
we were talking about music.
We were talking about camera. We were talking about music, and that's how that came up. We were talking about negative.
Smartest person on the stage is LeBron. I'm just gonna tell y'all.
And the dumbest is you. Shut the fuck up.
You ever been to a dinner party? But a lot of y'all real bold on y'all are
Trans always at
Shut your dumb ass up before you get knocked out.
You real bold on social media. Tell the truth, though. Did you try some baby oil out? Did you try it out, bro?
Tran, you know your old ass ain't doing nothing. Stop.
I've been trying baby oil out since 2002. You're lucky the replays is on, because I tell you something. If you turn the replays off, I'll be able to I gotta say something because Ed is up here. Can I say something? Because Ed is always in the chat, and I actually really like Ed, but Ed is always ready to challenge, and I'm just like, Ed, it's fucking good to see you come up on stage and say something, because you hardly ever do it.
I do when I have something to say.
You don't hang out with your crazy ass.
Again, Ed.
I see what's wrong with Ed. Ed's a Giants fan. That's number one.
Oh, no, Trent. Stop.
Yeah, I know.
Leave us New Yorkers alone, bro.
Oh, are you in my bed? You in the bed?
I've been trying to
New York guys. Okay. I see. Yeah, no, I'm a Raiders fan, so I don't really have a whole lot of room to talk.
That's all right. Stay loyal.
Go plug it. But you'd love to come to our stadium and see the beautiful women.
Trent, do you have any news?
Hey Mel, I got one piece of news.
Funny.
I got one piece of news. Mel, I got two pieces of news. I got 2 pieces of news, Mel. Okay.
Here we go.
Number one, champagne vodka goes great with grapefruit juice. That's number one. Okay. Y'all just follow that someplace. Number 2. Can I talk about these UFOs? Because there's a UFO video that came out. Y'all can't.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
UFO video. I'm trying to tell y'all.
Get it.
Can I ask him what kind of vodka that is?
Trey, please don't start with that fucking UFO.
Come on,
shit.
Trey, let's get it. Let's get it. It's Friday. It's Friday.
Okay, well, drop the UFO video in the chat.
But there was 5 Iranian missiles that triggered an alarm across central Israel.
Okay.
There are certain aspects of the big, beautiful bill which will not pass reconciliation with the parliamentary.
So what about SNAP? Will SNAP be in place? Will Medicaid stay intact?
So she said that the judicial restraints are likely unconstitutional, so that's probably not going to be in it. There's a list. Let me pull it up.
You can't affect us.
All right, what'd she say here?
Did the big beautiful bill have congressional penalties, like they can't financial penalties, punitive, whatever?
Hang on. I gotta go back because I looked up a lot of shit.
No, I don't fuck with Savaka. But hey, this UFO, I just dropped the UFO video in the chat. Okay? They're even the Reddit people, the debunkers, haven't been able to fuck with this one because it comes from the Air Force. And it's a saucer. And you can watch it. And, if you don't have X, I don't know what to tell you. There's other videos of it. It came from a guy named Jeremy Cobell. You can pull it up. But it's Air Force footage from a drone that is verified. You tell me what the fuck that is.
Trent, no one cares. Why do you choose my room? Isn't there like a UFO room somewhere you can go and everybody?
Because nobody lets them on stage in the other rooms.
Okay.
We're gonna make a UFO.
Having a good time.
Yeah, why don't you talk about only the maggots let him on stage? Take your shit to biblical smoke.
Time. I'm not high nor drunk, and I was having a good time. So all the drunks and the high people have ruined my space. What's going on?
Well, you shouldn't have left these kids unattended. I
All
tried to
I
tell
did is
them.
go take a.
Excuse me, I'm telling on everybody. I'm just saying. I said y'all gonna get in trouble. And they said no, we not. I said
I think I got 2 lighters.
So I'm just saying. I try to tell people, but they don't listen to me. So
I'll see my way out. I'm just trying to,
No, you really?
I just say, look at them.
They have UFOs.
Look at my video.
It's okay. So we can build it back up. Let's get back to what we were talking about. Let's go back 20 minutes before you took your phone call. And before your phone call,
I gotta go find a racist in the hallway.
I'm a racist.
We need a different type. You're the messenger there. Okay, so ping your MAGA friends in, guys, so we can finish this. I thought we were having. Well, y'all having fun.
Hey, Lisa, there was a rally tonight. What's his name? Bernie had a rally in McAllen, Texas, next to where Trent lives, with a Democratic congressperson named Casas. They had a huge rally, or No Kings rally. That city apparently went for Trump, so now they mad. Now, I don't know why they went for Trump. Well, they said because he lied to them. That's what it was. That's what it's about. He lied. So they believed that he was going to, I don't know what he said is all the immigration that he talked. I'm not sure what the lie was. He told them what he was going to do with immigration, and everybody in the rally was damn near Hispanic.
I told you that.
I don't know what that was, but they mad now, so that's a good sign.
No, right? They're not. Look, I know.
Shut up, Linda! I'm talking. Hush your mouth.
I have never heard Miss Debbie. Let me lay down.
Tell me when you're done.
God, I'm canceling.
I didn't even know there was a rally here, but I'll tell you whenever.
Shut your ass up, boy.
Ooh, that's definitely nice.
I swear to God. Okay, now you guys see. Yes, Dragon.
Peace to the room. I'm sorry, y'all.
No.
Are you done?
No, shut the fuck up.
Okay, all right. Let me know when you're done.
This is my story. I'm telling it. You had a chance. You didn't. You wanted to talk about some fucking UFOs.
Maybe Trent is a UFO. Go ahead, Miss Debbie.
And I don't need your backlash about what I'm saying. You didn't even see it. It was all mostly Hispanics at the rally.
Nothing.
And so that you come off the mic again, I'm gonna cuss you out for real.
Okay, baby. We know we're going.
Don't call me baby. Don't gaslight my ass. I don't need no gas in my ass.
Gas in her ass. Oh my God, Miss Debbie is on one right now. So y'all get out the way. Get out the car. Go ahead, Miss Debbie.
Thank you. So they're mad. They said that he lied to them, and they're angry down there. So I'm not sure what they heard for all of his campaign, but now they're upset, and so maybe something like that is going to be trending. And I'm done. Shit, I'm done.
That was hilarious. I thank you so much for that because I'm gonna look it up. And Trent in here, and breaking news is right there in his front yard, and he ain't mentioned nothing about it. No, it's right there on his porch.
Yeah, he's at the McAllen Convention Center. I'm looking at the pictures. There's 1,600 people at the McAllen Convention Center with Bernie Sanders. I do see it. She's 100% right. And listen, it's 97.8% Hispanic. They're all Hispanic here. The other 1%, the other 2% is white. So, you're not breaking news that it's just all Hispanics. But no.
That wasn't the news, motherfucker. The news was they voted for Trump.
Wait, I gotta get my
Shut the fuck up. Don't take what I said and turn it into what you want it to be. Why don't you stop centering yourself, nigga?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Very good. So look, the Hispanics here, by and large, are actually still happy with the Trump administration because of the stoppage of what was occurring on the border. What was happening on the border was a problem. Now, what they do not like is going and interdicting. And like I was talking about before, when they were going into the Rosses and the swap meets and picking up people, these are our neighbors, literally. They do not like that. That interrupts business.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Trevor. That doesn't even make sense. What did they think he was going to do?
Why is this mic so loud? Not you, Trent. Why is your mic like?
Yeah, my bad for cutting you off, Trent. I just wanted to catch that point. You said that those people that voted for Trump don't like that they're going into Ross and stuff. But, I mean, he said he was going to go grab people. I mean, how did they think he was going to go grab these people?
They're usually, I was trying to explain this earlier, down here, we don't see interdiction. It doesn't happen down here. It's in fact, I've lived here 6-7 years, and it just never happened down here. There's been minor ICE raids, like on people that are violating human rights, like human smuggling. But typically, the 60 miles in between McAllen, so on the border of South Texas, you have McAllen, Harlingen, and Brownsville. There's about 1.79 million people in that metropolis. Is a lot. It's a lot. So
everybody else understood my point, right? It was red.
Yeah, we got your point. Yeah. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Rallies and they're angry at Trump. Let you do shit, nigga. Shut up.
Okay.
Stop trying to. What I'm talking about ain't even what you talking about. Nobody's disputing. Texas is a red motherfucking state. And so what? So what? They had a rally of Democrats tonight. That's what I'm talking about.
It's a Democratic area. We are a Democratic area.
You didn't even know until you just looked it up. Shut up.
Yeah, I didn't know. So let me just finish so I can tell JD, because if you don't want to hear it, look, there are 1.79 million people in between essentially Mission, Texas, which is the far west, until Brownsville. Brownsville is where SpaceX is. Okay?
His question was, what were they going? What did they think he was going to do when they voted for him? That was the question. Answer the question. We don't need a geography lesson. Answer the question.
If you don't
answer the question.
Yes, ma'am. If you don't understand the geography, you
don't answer the question.
So,
what did they think he was going to do?
Ma'am,
they voted for him.
Deborah, calm down. So
no, you calm down.
North of here to a place called Encino. That is the second checkpoint. So there are two checkpoints in Texas. There's one when you come across the border, and the second checkpoint is 16 miles north of here. Below the second checkpoint, we do not have interdiction, because it's known there's so many Hispanics and people that come back and cross to work. We are a major supplier of grapefruits and lemons and citrus. And then also in our warehouses, it's Whirlpool, Samsung, major suppliers that bring they bring it over from Mexico. They assemble it here, load it onto trucks, and then it goes throughout the U.S. That's how China gets around a lot of shit. So we're a major port. We usually do not have any interdiction in here.
It's your fault, JD. I'm gonna get you.
Last week, why I said it was such a big deal is that they were going into our Rosses and to our swap meets to do interdiction, is because you're going to round up thousands of people, right? 30 to 35% of our population is undocumented. So that's why.
Why did they vote for a man that was going to do that, and they didn't want him to do that?
Because the people that live on this side of the border, I'm going to get to that. I'm landing the plane. The people that live on this side of the border are second and third generation, and they are fleeing the violence that has happened.
That's bullshit. That's what most immigrants are saying.
You want to know the answer? I'm trying to tell you the answer.
You're making this up. Honestly,
no, I'm not making this up. I live here.
Yes, you are.
I live here.
You're telling me you don't want to hear no more. The answer, maybe
there are people on the opposite side that have left Reynosa, Matamoros, and northern Mexico the right way. These are people with money that have come across here, and some of them are afraid of what is on the other side of the border because of the violence that happens on the other side.
Okay, all right. So Trent, you just literally said. So the people that I'm gonna tell you what you just came out of your mouth. So the people that voted for Trump are now mad that they're deporting immigrants because immigrants are fleeing for their safety. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, it affects our hotels. A lot of people employed here in restaurants.
So why did they vote for him when Trump said he was going to do this in the first place?
Because they wanted to stop. Most of the people that were coming over were not from Mexico, right? So most of the people that were coming over, you got to understand, it was China, India, Honduras, Venezuela. These are not the same people from.
Yeah, but all that doesn't matter, because when Trump campaigned, he said they're going back.
JD, you're asking me the question. I'm trying to answer it.
No, you're not. Respectfully, Trent, you're not answering it. I got it. You're trying to answer it. The problem is, what you're saying doesn't make sense. I hear you trying to answer it, but it just simply doesn't make sense. You don't know, because it doesn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense for people.
How do you want to tell me I don't know?
Because you're not in these people's. Clearly, you're not in these people's minds. They voted. You're saying they voted. I don't believe what you're saying to be true.
What are you talking about?
I don't believe what you're saying to be true, though. They voted for Trump. Trump clearly campaigned that he was going to deport people by the millions. And now you're saying these people are mad that voted for him because he's actually doing it.
No, not all of them are mad. Here's what you got to understand. not all of the people here are upset. There are still a lot of people that support Trump. They wanted secure borders because what was happening in the Biden administration, even I have to admit, was way overboard. It did become a crisis in 2023. I had Africans in my front. And
all right, so that's the risk they took voting from. So they wanted him to secure the border.
They wanted,
and this is also the result. I mean, you can't pick and choose.
Yeah,
you vote for someone, you're getting all of it. You can't just say, I'm voting for this one thing, and I hope he doesn't do this other thing. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, and there are a lot of people here, JD, that, and I will be one of them.
Well, so you just complain about the Africans?
Yeah, I had Africans in my front yard in 2020. I think
this is
2022.
Obviously Trent Day.
That's Trent
days. Trent's been going ever since I've been at work. He's been going the whole day. Trent, you go to work today?
He act like his wife don't let him talk at home.
Don't just ask him. What did you have to do today? Because you've been on one the whole day. What's going on?
I didn't have anything to do today. I was off. That's what that.
Oh, no wonder. Okay, remember? Because before you came in with the beautiful baby in your picture, we were sitting in here going over this speech or this news conference that really set me off with you earlier today, that really started this whole thing. And it was very interesting, the kind of response we were getting, listening to it piece by piece, like stopping it every minute and discussing what he said. And I just am I will reiterate, I am very disappointed that you would even say, did you listen to his news conference today? It was so succinct. Did you listen to it, Trent? Were you sober when you listened to it?
Yeah, but I was sober. But like, let me say back on JD's point. Let's not.
We'll circle back around when you're done with JD. Come get me.
Now go to Lisa's point, Trent, because you all over the place.
So let him finish up with you, JD.
I apologize to everybody.
I think he's on the menu. No. Yeah. Trent's on the menu because he's been dipping into everybody's, got his hand in everybody's plate. So we gonna let him just go right ahead and till we get finished, till dinner is finished. Go ahead, Trent.
What you have to understand that everybody here's calculus is not the same. And when you have we've seen, when you have 200,000 people at your border, people here there are some people here with significant amount of assets and money. I think we're the highest rate of Land Rovers, Range Rovers sold per capita. So there's a huge disparity in the haves and the haves not. We're also one of the poorest counties. Cameron and Hidalgo counties are two of the poorest counties in the U.S. So there's a huge disparity. So a lot of wealthy Hispanics have moved here, right, to flee the violence, because the violence in Mexico is ridiculous. Okay, and they have moved here to flee the violence. They operate businesses or other practices just on the other side of the border, but they live here. And so they are actually afraid of importing that violence here. So that's why you see this dichotomy between Cameron County and Hidalgo County voting 55% for Republicans. Elaine.
And again, my point was we're having a rally with Bernie Sanders and a Democratic congressman suggests that they're waking up and seeing what they've done and wanting to. People are coming out. They are activating people. Was the only fucking point that I wanted to make. That's it. It's a whole red fucking state. And nobody said it wasn't. And why you interject yourself into every conversation with a bunch of bullshit and an every response does not have to be an opposing opinion. It doesn't, Trent. I don't know what your problem is, but you do have one. You don't have to oppose everybody's answer just so you can get you some extra time on stage. Because most of the time, when you have something to say to follow up, the first thing out of your mouth is, I actually agree. I actually agree. As if it matters. As if it matters. As if it's going to substantiate the thing that's going to follow out of your mouth. Most of the time, it fucking doesn't. It actually ends up being real stupid. It falls in a real dumb place for you to agree. And then the next sentence start with a bunch of opposing shit. And just in case you didn't know, it doesn't land well. It makes you look dumb. While you're steady telling people who is the smartest person on the app. Every time you want to have a conversation with somebody, they're the smartest person on the app. Like, your mores don't change. Your MO is the same. Tonight, I don't want to. I land.
Wow.
Okay. Anybody else want to jump in there? I mean, because Trent, she called you. She read you precisely. But
I'm talking to actual.
No.
I'm talking to a Hispanic, actually a Hispanic woman right now. She's listening to y'all, and she's with y'all on a lot of things. Do you want to say something?
I mean, I can't really say much because I have family. We've grown. I'm 42 years old. I grew up all the way until I was 20 in Mexico, and then the rest of the time in the States. So I have family that have gone through the entire process and family that has been born in the States, so I can get both sides. For me, I just find the dude being fucking arrogant, and I just find him ignorant. Yeah. But that's just the only thing. I just don't like his face. Other than that, I can see both sides because I've grown up going and in both cultures.
Why do some people here support in McAllen? Why do some people here support Trump? Can you speak to those?
Yeah, I cannot.
See, she can't. Don't force her either, Trent. She can't. She can't speak. She can't speak to that bullshit.
I cannot. I'm sorry, I cannot.
Okay.
I cannot because I personally do not.
Yeah.
But that's me.
Ask her how does she feel? Did people vote for him or against Kamala?
But you know what? I can't say because I'm not a political person. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I am not a political person whatsoever. To each their own. I don't get that passionate about that shit. Sorry.
We're good. Wrong person to ask. Not another man Finity doing sidewalk interviews.
Nah, he's doing a border on the streets. Shit is crazy.
So that is literally one of my, just FYI, that my wife's outside with one of our neighbors. She's what we call a bi-interracial or international because her father worked for General Motors in Mexico, but she lived on this side, so her views are different, and that's why I just stuck them. She's not a very political person, though she's more well-to-do. She doesn't understand. She's on y'all's side. On
so y'all see what he did, right?
Yeah, y'all side.
Not address anything that I said. He quickly changed the subject, put it on his neighbor, so that
I really didn't hear you.
You heard me. You heard every word I said.
But to be fair, how do you respond to that? You like roasted his life. Like, how do we have a conversation about that? He just took it, and then we moved on. Like, I thought that was fair. What did you want?
And didn't nobody ask you what you fucking thought either.
Do you just want drama, Deborah, or what's the intent?
No, I don't want drama. He said
out the car,
but you know what? You wanna go with me? Let's go, nigga. Come on.
in here.
You the one like to bring the drama. I can pray for myself, and Pastor prays for me every day.
Every day.
And you should have asked for that prayer before you jumped off that damn microphone about me.
Let me put down this cantaloupe real quick and handle Miss Deborah. Hold on a second.
Yeah. He didn't say he gonna put down a cantaloupe.
All right, Karen.
I am enjoying this cantaloupe though, but anyway.
Ed, when I say y'all side, so hold up. Let me do this.
No, don't tell me to hold on.
Ed, no. Ed always says some shit in the chat. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Ed, when I say y'all side, there are two different sides to this, right? And while I respect and want immigration, I recognize that unfettered immigration is bad, and it's actually mostly bad. It's actually mostly bad for African American communities. If I was going to be honest. That's one.
He didn't say none of that before the election. None of that.
Who gave this motherfucker a thumbs up so I can throw him out the room?
So come off the mic, Ed.
The way you phrase it, you make it sound like you're intentionally on the other side of the position.
Thank you, Ed.
Every time.
Every time. This man lied about voting for Kamala. I swear to God, this nigga did not vote for Kamala.
Look, JD, if I voted for Trump, I would have no problem telling you.
Yeah, maybe so, but I just nothing you say aligns with.
Man, you sound like you didn't vote at all.
I can't. You right. I wasn't there with you. You said you voted. I got you.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Are you first lady?
Back to Ed.
Are you first lady? Are you first lady?
Hey, hold on. First lady talking.
Trent, listen to me. You know, I just want to say the test that we took earlier today, really, to be honest with you, Trent is a high independent, close to being conservative. So his viewpoints are going to be a little bit more extreme than someone who's at the lower end of independent, close to liberal.
Yeah, he was pushing to 30.
Exactly. I'm only saying that because a lot of times it always seems like Trent is flipping. Mentally, he really is. He's really crossed in between a lot of ways of different thinking. But he doesn't understand when you guys are saying what he's saying is no. And what I'm saying to you, Trent, is the fact that when you say certain things around certain people, it helps to legitimize that other side. And even though you're going to be beholden to how you vote, your words could make others believe that they are right in their thinking.
I agree.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I completely understand what you're saying. What I try to impress, and Ed likes to be in the chat, and what I try to impress is there are two sides to the story. There is a problem with immigration, especially when we're talking about the African American community and the working class. It is a negative. It is a net negative to that community, right? To that working class community, and to completely ignore that is to ignore reality. And yeah, I was actually less when we did our little survey. I was a little less than CEO. I am an independent, but I do see both sides of issues.
You a flip flopper.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not.
You like the chancleta. You flip flop.
I'm not a chancleta.
Yes. You know why? Because when you're in here, you try to pull towards one side to agree with the room, and then when you're in another room, my anonymous account told me that you are trying to flip to the other side. So it's like you just want to fit into the stage. And that's why I'm not surprised that you got independent, because you was really listening to the questions and you wanted to be in the middle because you want to flip flop to either way.
No, you're correct.
So, yeah, you know what? But First Lady,
so 1 minute he's on the border side, and then he's on the other side of the border saying, "No, I'm a citizen. Oh, I have sex with a woman that's a citizen too. No, she's not an immigrant. She's third, fourth, fifth, sixth generation." You can't. I don't understand that.
I know
you can't be both.
Yes,
So,
you can't.
Trent, I think it's okay to recognize two sides to a position, but you really should have a position on your
This
own.
shit is black and white. There's no motherfucking gray up in this bitch.
You never explain your positions to the point of saying where I stand here. It looks bad. the way to do it.
So,
1 minute he stands with the immigrants, the next minute he's like, nah, I ain't fucking with those immigrants.
Okay, so Ed,
wait
that's
a
a fair
minute.
criticism.
Is it possible?
Oh, can I say something? So
Yeah,
Ed,
you can.
what
Where's
Ed
my
is,
chocolate at? Hold on.
what Ed said is exactly right.
Let the first lady speak. I'm just like,
Lisa, I need you to take that test next. Thank you.
So
Girl,
listen. I just want to say,
I
listen.
get loaded like you guys. I'm like, what's going on tonight?
Listen.
Shay, I'm loaded with water.
Whoa, don't let
I'm gonna have to get some water too. I'm gonna go get
All right, I want to hear
Okay.
from Trent, but I really want to do a deep dive in that, and then also change some of the questions around to fit more in 2024, because I don't know if y'all paid attention. That was more of based off of 2020, and I feel like a lot of people, their numbers could be higher depending on how things look now in 2024. But yeah, Trent, you say these things, the people say this. What do you say for yourself, sir? You said, Ed, go ahead.
First of all, by my job category, I'm trained to stay in the middle and not pass judgment on things, because you have to err on the side of caution. Just real quick, in 2023, a lot of people didn't think AI would work, and they thought it was overhyped. And now and I was one of the people who was like, no, I think it's going to be big. And now in 2025, everybody is on top of it. People are often don't recognize our what's the word I'm looking for? Our mentality and like our beliefs interrupt our long-term thinking. And so, Ed, you are correct. I don't make things change, and you have to be malleable, and you have to be okay that situations may change. You may be on one side of the fence at one point, and then things change, and you may have a different view. And so on the immigration view, right? My mother was an ESL teacher in Los Angeles, and I'm actually very pro immigration. But now living down here in the past 4 years, when it became there is a limit, I recognize that there is a limit to it, because when we started shipping people up to Chicago and up to Washington and up to New York and to all these places, and people had to deal with the unfettered immigration that we were dealing with down here on the border, it caused problems, especially in the Black community. And I also recognize, because of the places that I'm in macroeconomics, that corporations exploit this labor for their
Trent should be a politician.
All right, Trent, come on, wrap it up, man. You spend so much time.
You know he's the best salesman in Ford. You gotta to be a salesman. You gotta talk like that. That's what sells cars. But he thinks that we stupid, like we was born yesterday.
You took 4 minutes to